Hello and welcome back to the Motorhome Review channel. Today I'm at Leisure World in Catterick, which is North Yorkshire, and I'm here to review this. This is the Roller Team Kronos Compact 590. Now I've not done many Roller Team on the channel, so I'm excited to take a look at this European manufacturer and find out a bit more about it. So let's make a start. So the Kronos Compact is simply that. It is a compact motorhome. So this might be ideal if you don't want anything too big, or you're swapping from a camper van or a small caravan, or even downsizing from your larger motorhome. Now what some of you might notice is, although this is a European manufacturer, the habitation door is here on the near side, and that's for our UK market, which I think could be a good selling point for those of you that still want the habitation door on this side. So the Compact, what do we need to know? It's based on the Ford. It has the 2-litre diesel engine, 130 horsepower as standard and manual transmission, or you can opt for 165 horsepower and automatic transmission. Prices are going to start around 60,000. This one here at Leisure World, as we can see, is just under 64,000, but there are a few optional extras. In terms of size, I've already told you it is a compact motorhome, and that's length and width, 5 metres and 99 centimetres. In terms of the width, it's 2 metres and 15 centimetres. Now the benefit of a compact width motorhome is, as you can see, you have the shorter wing mirror arms, so they're not jutting out, so that makes it easier on those tighter lanes. And also you'll see the bodywork, it's a lot more flush to the cab, unlike a standard semi-integrated motorhome, which will have more protrusion. So that is the benefit of that. In terms of the berths, 2 berths with 4 travel seats as standard, or you can opt for 4 berths with the 4 travel seats. Let's make a start at the front. So we have the Ford cab with the silver paint finish. Down here we have some front parking sensors, and we can see the Roller Team name up there. That's their logo, and that large cab front. Up on the roof you will get a solar panel as standard. This one does have a couple of optional extras, and I'll do my best to point out some of those as we go along. We'll head off down the off side first of all. So this one has the black Ford alloy wheels. I'll open this as well just to show us in here. It's easier to access this from the cab, and I'll show you why inside. So coming in, you will get the blinds in both sides of the door and also across the windscreen, and we've got this grey finish. Now the fabric, if you come in to have a look at that, you can see this cream and off brown fabric choice, and then the Ford cab itself. Right, continuing on. Now the Kronos Compact, the bonus is this is a 3.5 tonne motorhome, 3,500 kilos, so you can drive it on your car licence, and you're going to get a payload of around 600 kilos depending on optional extras you put on. The 590 for the number of the motorhome embossed there, and then coming down we go from the silver to the white. So we have the white finish and then the decals or graphics here running down the side. We've got a vent here for the Truma air-blown heating. On board it's the Truma 6E. When you're on electric hookup you can run that off electric, and if you're off grid with no electric hookup it's going to run off gas, so that's the vent for that. Under here, our water filling point, 100 litre fresh water tank and 120 litre grey waste tank, so plenty of wastewater you can take. Our electric hookup cable is here. Obviously you won't throw yours over the roof, it's like this for the showroom to plug in. Obviously run it down or under, but that's your electric hookup point there. As we come down we can see the 2 windows. They have got a light tint to them, they're not darkly tinted. Now let's head off around the rear. So round at the back at the Kronos Compact, starting up here, you will get the reversing camera, the Roller Team name, and some more graphics as we come down. The Kronos Compact is embossed here in that graphic. Then our toilet cassette point, because we're going to find the washroom at the rear, and then these LED strip lights that we can see here and here. So it's got quite a modern rear finish to it at the back. It's a little bit boxy, but I do like the modern style lighting. Let's go off down the near side. Now what you'll find here is a storage cupboard cum wardrobe. Again, we can see it inside. If I open this up, so what we have here is a usable area for storage, as you can see the ladder there for the electric bed, but it is also your wardrobe space. You'll see the two shelves. You can lower those and access those from inside to put items on. And in this area, you can obviously put electric cable, hose pipe, tables and chairs, outdoor equipment. There's a light, there's an external shower. Now that is an optional extra, that's been fitted here at Leisure World. And then you've got a plug socket as well. So if you've got a teppanyaki or electric bike, something like that needs electric, you've got that there in your garage space. Moving along, we have the locker for the gas, then the vents for the tower fridge and freezer. This one here has had the optional awning fitted. That's a manual wind out awning. You can see that running along. And then there's a good size strip light there. And then the habitation door, which I've told you here on the near side. It is a really good width door. So if you do need that extra space, this is a good one to consider for that. The door itself, a dark tint on here. Pull this up, concertina blind for privacy. And then moving down, a small bin, the black handle. And then if I pull this across, we can just see that finish running down the side of the motorhome. And then up here, we also have an external gas point. So if you want to do some cooking, you're cooking on gas. So that is the exterior of this 6-metre Roller Team Kronos compact. Let's go inside and take a closer look. Now there's no electric step fitted to this at this price point. If you wanted one, I'm sure that would be an option you could fit, organised through your dealer. You will get the fly screen. I'm going to make my way straight up into the lounge area. Now, while it is a 2-berth as standard, this one here has been fitted as the 4-berth. So we've got the electric drop-down bed above me and then this lounge area. The good thing about these non-fixed bed motorhomes is you get a generous lounge space, and you can see that here. You've got the longer bench seat running down there on the off side, and then the shorter bench seat here. The fabric, we can see this sort of coppery stitching into this colour, and then the lighter fabric. It does feel almost like a suede-ette feeling. And then you've got these little armrests, one on each side. So this is where you're going to be relaxing. In terms of the bed space, this length is 2 metres and 2 centimetres long, and it's 90 centimetres wide. So it's this part that's going to convert, not using that part there. The table is quite clever. I'm going to come to that. But if we look up into the cab, the table is fixed. It's got the telescopic leg. It will go up and down. I'm going to show you that. It will slide and move around, but access into the cab is a little bit limited, and that's what I mentioned when I was outside. But you can access your cab by moving the table to one side, but it is a little bit more tricky to get through. The cab there, the Ford, this one has got the optional automatic. You can see that there with the gear knob, the Ford multifunctional steering wheel. And then one thing that I do like is that they have put the fabric on the armrests, so it's not a rubber finish on those. Up in the cab, we have got a really good sized sunroof there. That has a blind and a fly screen, and it does open for ventilation. Then there's a shelf as well above the cab, so you can store items on there. And on the off side, there is a small LED light that you can move about, so you've got a bit more light here in the lounge. There is also a plug socket situated down here, so if you're using your gadgets at the table, you can charge them up. Now let me stand up and show you the table properly. So the table does open up. If I open that out, there is also a bar to hold it, but opening that up, you can see the amount of space and the finish on it. You can use this as additional worktop space to supplement your kitchen as well, so you can use that, and you don't have to have it fully open. If you just stay there, I'm going to press a button. I've already mentioned it's quite clever. Above the fridge, there is a button, and that's just here. If you press this button, the table will drop. So you're going to drop this to convert it into the bed. I'll put it back up so we're not here for too long. So I think that's quite a clever feature. You're not having to lay on it yourself and use bodily force, so electrically operated. There's also a little storage compartment under there, so you can put additional items in there. Now each side of the walls, this is where I think it is a little bit basic. I appreciate it's a basic price point, but £60,000+ is still a lot of money as far as I'm concerned. We've got a cream plasticky finish wallboard. Then we have a small window, does open, there's a blind and a fly screen. And on this side, a slightly larger window, blind and fly screen again. If I just lift this up, you will see as well, it's the beige plastic. If you watch the reviews, you'll know I mention this quite often, that in European motorhomes, quite regularly we use that plastic finish, not concertina. So don't be put off by that. That is very standard on European motorhomes. The drop-down bed, 190 centimetres long, 142 centimetres wide. You can see this light up above here, bringing light down into the lounge area. We've come in through the habitation door. We can see that size there. There's another little LED light here, and it has got a USB charger in it. There's also a pair plug socket, the television point, and a bracket pre-installed. This is an optional extra, so if you want that installing, make sure you add it on. Then you can see a mirror there, so you can look good before you go out. Padded fabric here, and you can put items in there. Light switches as well. Now the flooring, if we look down, is a wood effect light flooring, and that runs straight through the motorhome. I'm going to leave this side wall, and we'll take on the kitchen next, and then we'll finish on here. So over on the off side, we've got our kitchen space. This is a one-piece front, white colour, black strip, and then this sort of mushroom colour. I'm sure that's not what Roller Team call it, but I'm going for mushroom. If we lift this up, you have got 4 heavy duty clasps, and that cupboard frontage is really well secured. It doesn't feel like it's about to drop down. You can see in here, if I open this, there is a plug socket up there. You've got shelving here, and then an LED strip running underneath. I'll close that down. Under here in the kitchen, there's another plug socket, so if you're wanting to put a kettle somewhere, you can. There is quite a drop from there to there, so you're going to need quite a long lead. Kitchen window, blind and fly screen, again it does open, a little shelving unit, and then we come down to the worktop space. The worktop space in motorhomes is generally limited, that's why I say do utilise that table. You do get a large sink cover. You can use this as well for a chopping board if you want, some people do that. Circular sink, I think that sink is maybe a little bit oversized potentially. You could have got a little bit more worktop space with a smaller sink. I suppose it depends how much washing up you like to do. Then we have our chrome tap. Coming along, we have under here the gas burners, 2 of those. In Europe, it's very standard just to have gas on the hob. Coming down, now these buttons are a little bit unusual. These are small push-in, pop-out buttons. Not sure about the colour, personally, if I'm being honest. I'll pop those out. Then we've got a really good cutlery tray. Plenty of space in there. Close that up. LED lighting running underneath. Drawer space. If I push that to, soft close. That's nice. And then if I open this lower storage cupboard under there, you will notice it does go just to here. So it doesn't go too far back, so you're not going to lose all your bits in the back of the cupboard. Coming along, we then have the Thetford Duplex gas oven and grill, all in one there, cooking on gas. And then dropping down, we have further storage under here that you can see. So the only thing with that is it is quite low. You're definitely going to have to get down, probably on your hands and knees, to fish items out of there, but good amount of storage. Here we've got the blank wall, and again we've got this colour here, almost a maroon colour. I don't know whether it'd be best to have something potentially on there as well to make use of that space. Let's dive over to the near side. Coming across, so we've got a big sunroof here. This does open. You've got, again, blind and fly screen, and a light here. You can touch that on and off there. Then we've got our Roller Team control panel. This was for the table, as I showed you. This is for your electric bed. Then we have the Thetford Tower Fridge and Freezer, 142 litres. They've gone for the cream coloured frontage, so it does match, which is nice. Open it up. This is an absorption fridge and freezer, so it will run, when you're on electric hookup, you can run it off the electric system. And when you're off grid, you're going to be running this off gas. So that's the Tower Fridge and Freezer by Thetford. This is one of my favourites. I've had a number of those in my leisure vehicles, never had a problem. Move along. In here, if I just open this up, we have our wardrobe space. Now you can see the bar running along up there, and then it comes down and there's a nice amount of storage space in there for whatever it is you want to take with you. I quite like that there. You could utilise it for kitchen bits, totally up to you. So that is this first part of the Kronos Compact 590. Let's make our way further back. So you'll see here we've got this LED strip lighting, then we have the wooden door, the chrome handle which does match the kitchen as well. Opening this up, there's a little lip to step up. I'm going to dive into this back corner if you want to follow me back here. So stepping in, I'm now in the offside corner, and this is where our shower is. We've got a mixture of wood panelling effect and then a cream colour, as you can see. The shower screen, there's two parts to it. If I move that across, you can see it has got that nice effect to it for privacy. Put that back. And then in this corner, if I pull this out, this is our shower head. This is quite a nice one. You can see the design on there. It's the long tubular style in the chrome, and the tap is down there for that. Let me put that back without dropping it on myself. You can see a rail as well. That's great for hanging wet towels, so that's a bonus. And the other part of the shower screen, it does pin back as well. So this will be fully open for stepping in and out. It's not a bad size shower, to be honest. Headroom, a little bit limited if you're a taller person. That's because we've stepped up at the back. There is a light in here as well. Now moving through into the centre of the washroom, we have a plastic circular sink. Chrome tap here, as you can see, this nice mirror with a light above it. Again, turn that press on and off. Lighting down here, and underneath there's a good bathroom cabinet for storage. A little lip there, so that's nice to see that things aren't going to roll about. Along here you've got storage for toiletries when you've arrived on site, and then your bathroom cabinet. You open that under here. So if I open this up, we have got some little lips on here, so that's good. That should hopefully keep a lot of things in place. So good storage here, and a nice height as well, which is important with toiletries. Then we have our Thetford swivel toilet. So this will move around. Again, make sure you can close your toilet door when you are sat on there. In this near side corner, push the little press study thing in. This is the space we saw outside. So this is our garage cum storage area, and the shelves do drop down. There's a little black clasp and you can drop each shelf into place, so you can use that for clothes if you don't want to use it so much for your external storage items. So that is the rear washroom on the Kronos 590. Good size shower, nice sink, plenty of room around that. Thetford loo, just be careful with the space here for actually being able to sit on it. In terms of a loo roll holder, there's not one fixed in here already, so it might be that you buy one to put on there or on here. So that's the only thing that's really lacking there. Nice storage there, and you do get your sunroof. I'd also in there be inclined to put some additional hooks for towels and bits and pieces, because again, that does seem to be lacking a little bit. Kitchen, we've got the gas oven and grill and the hobs. No microwave, that's standard on a lot of European manufactured motorhomes. Storage, further storage here, the tower fridge and freezer, good size lounge, clever function on this table, and then our nice cab area and that drop down bed. Let's dive out and just do a little summary. So that is the Roller Team, an Italian manufacturer, the Kronos compact motorhome, just under 6 metres long, 2 metres and 15 wide, so the benefit of that. 3.5 tonnes, so you can drive it on your car licence. £60,000 realistic starting point. This one, as we've just seen, just under 64,000. There are a few corners being cut, I think. The quality finish at the end there could have been a little bit higher, in my opinion. But obviously, let me know what you think. And if you're looking, go and take a look at that and let me know what you think. I'll put a link to the Roller Team website in the description so you can explore all their motorhomes, and I'll also put a link to Leisure World, which is where I am today, so you can have a look at their range of motorhomes as well, because they've got plenty here. So as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.